video, we'll go ahead and take an exercise of frame animation. Frame animation allows you to animate between different frames. A frame is a single image. So you use a set of frames to define an animation. For example, you would have seen a GIF file. GIF file is a combination of many frames. In Android, you cannot use a GIF file. So you use frames in order to create an animation kind of behavior. So for our purpose, we will animate an arrow from left to right. So the arrow will keep going from left to right as if it's, it's asking user to go to this direction, to a right direction. Let's go ahead and do the exercise. First, we'll create a new project. Let's name it as frame animation demo. Say next. Create an empty activity that will display our animation. As you can see, the activity has been created and a layout file is generated for us. Since we want to animate frames of images, we'll use an image view. Next, we need the actual frames. For our exercise, we are going to use set of frames with arrow. So the main activity has been generated, main activity has been created, and the layout file has been generated for us. We'll modify this layout file to have an image view for our purpose. Next step is to define all the animation frames. For this purpose, we have created some series of image files. So you can see frame 0, frame 1, frame 3 up till frame 9. These are the different frames of image. Let's go ahead and open them. So this is a first arrow animation. So you can see each frame moves the arrow from left to right. We have to create an animation that shows this particular feature. Android provides animation list to do this. We'll create a drawable resource file and call it as button animation.xml. We don't want a selector drawable. For our purpose, we want an animation list. So let's create an animation list. Animation list will have an item. So one by one, we need to define our drawable and the duration for which this particular frame to be rendered. So drawable will be frame 0. Duration will be 200 milliseconds. Always make sure that the durations are in milliseconds, not in seconds. Otherwise, the frame will be extremely fast. Similarly, go ahead and define all the frames. So we'll go ahead and define all the frames. Frame 1, frame 2, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here we have defined all the frames, frame 0 to frame 9. This animation list will be used in Android to create the animation. We need to define this as a drawable to the image. The animations will not run by itself. We have to start the animation and end the animation manually in the activity. So by default for our exercise, we'll just get by default for our exercise, we'll just get the instance of the image view and start the animation.